It's a far different world today than it was when I was a kid, and it's even a far different world today than the world of the future I thought I'd be living in when I was this age. When I was younger, I believed that I'd see space stations, moon bases, and trips to Mars in my lifetime. I never actually thought we'd see a complete end to hunger, poverty, illness, and all the ills of humanity. But I did believe we, and by we I mean baby boomers, would be making gigantic steps in addressing all those ills of humanity. Of course, I also thought I'd be rich, famous, and get good looking as I aged, and none of that crap came to be. But I do got a full head of hair, so that's something to be grateful for. Life in the 60s and 70s was promising. Then disco came along, and the world changed forever. Back in my day, life was simpler, just like it was when my own mama and daddy were young. We didn't have no computers, internet, or cell phones, and yeah, I had to walk 3 miles to school in snow that was 3 feet deep, and yes, it was all uphill. Not to mention I had to get up every morning before the sun came up and feed all the cows. Okay, maybe I didn't, but I had friends that did, and I never once felt sorry for 'em. 'Cause that's how I rolled back in the old days. Yeah. No, it might sound like I'm crying about how things turned out for all us old hippies, but I'm not. 'Cause the reason everything is like it is directly because of us old hippies. Now, let me just say that if you got any kind of education, and some of you don't, you should know the 60s and early 70s were troubling times in this great nation. Maybe not as troubling as they are today. I mean, we didn't have idiots shooting up schools, but we had soldiers killing kids along with our own little war, and our music was revolutionary. Life back then was all about defeating the man. You know, those old fucks that controlled our lives. Then something strange happened. We all became the man. And we're all apparently totally okay with that. Except me. I ain't okay with being the man. I'll leave that to Becky. So where did it all start to go wrong? And yes, I'm fascinated that no historian has ever asked that question. And that might be because I'm the only old fuck alive that thinks we failed as a generation. That's right, I said it. This great nation is in the state it's in today because of people my age. For instance, back in my day, the Stones, the Beatles, and others made their bones with a lot of great tunes that were anti-war and anti-establishment. Then they became the establishment, which is to say they got old, grew up, got married, and had kids, which cost money, a lot of money. I found that out the hard way. Now, I can't speak for every old hippie out there, much less all those old musicians that don't know it's time to die, or those activists that still might be serving life sentences for possession of a joint. But I'm just speaking for myself. I pretty much still hold all the beliefs I had when I was a young whippersnapper, and I still think power corrupts if not watched, as evidenced by an awful lot in our society today. I also still believe in fighting hunger, poverty, and inequality. Those are all worthwhile, good things to believe in, and I'd like to believe that most of us, you included, believe in those concepts. But evidently, not enough of us do. But now I'm thinking you're all tired of my rambling and you maybe want to know what I think changed. That changed the course of history. Well, we simply stopped dreaming and started living. That's kind of a staple in life. When you're younger, you got the whole world in your sights, but it ain't too much later when the only sights a person has is caring for their loved ones. You know, putting food on the table. I'm just saying that to everybody my age, all us old hippies, us baby boomers, we could have done a lot, a lot better. Well, that one went down tough. Woo-hoo. Far, far different world I live in now than what I thought I'd be living in when I was younger. And you know, and I think it really does come down to when you're younger, you've got the you see the world so different than what you see it today, than what you see it as you get older, is what I mean. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what changes. It's like we become immune to it's like we just don't want to, when we were younger, we bitched and complained about that, and then we hit 30 or 35 and we were so busy and with our families and our kids or whatever, is that we just don't want to deal with that shit anymore. We just want to deal with putting food on the table. I don't know if that's true or not, but I wish it wasn't. I wish there was I don't know. I just really seriously believe that we had such promise. We really did. And yeah, we've come a long way in fighting, things like poverty, injustice, inequality, racism and all that. And that's a good positive thing. But there's another side to that where everything is such a knuckafuckle, if that's a word, knuckafuckle. Well, okay, it should be a word if it's not. Uh, I don't know. I just it hurts my soul. It hurts my heart because I thought things would be different. I thought we'd have a damn base on the moon. I thought we'd be in Mars. I thought we wouldn't have all these little damn wars. But maybe people are just too busy being people than thinking about being something better. I don't know. You tell me. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Take care. I'm out of here.